without additional user input needing to make them effective.
It's all about technique.
That's funny. That's fucking funny.
Do you have a Cuban spot over by you?
Well, I mean, at Jersey City, there's a ton of places.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, this one it's a chain, but it's not like national brand.
Mhm.
It's called Rumba Cubana. Rain and I have gone there a ton.
God damn.
So
She
good.
came in here so fast for that shit.
I had that shit in 4 years. and
It's so good. It's so fucking good. I'm sitting here. I've got my classic standard order and 2 cans of iron beer, and I am in happiness land.
I'm sad at you for reminding me about that place.
Come get it. I'll order it next time you're here for poker night.
Okay then.
Bet.
I'll have to send some cookies preemptively.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I'll put weed butter on them.
Wow.
Oh, a warmed cookie with butter just on it. Oh my goodness. That is decadent as fuck.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm still proud of all the times I've ruined cookies for people by giving them my good ones. Slowly infecting the world with delicious confectionery goods.
So, never mind.
You are an evil genius, my friend. That's literally killing with kindness. That's it. It's like they'll never taste another cookie, and it'll never be the same again. That's great.
Goddamn right.
Me after having fucking insomnia cookies for the first time. That fucking like mint chocolate chip cookie is it's like it was made for. It's that Junji Ito. This whole was made for me, but in cookie form.
Wow.
Mint chocolate lover, huh?
Oh yeah. Alex has always we get milkshakes, and I usually get a orange creamsicle or a dreamsicle, depending on where you're from. And whenever I get a mint chocolate chip, she's always mad because she hates mint, and so she can't have any of mine.
I found that, like, it's always 50-50 whether or not, like, you love it or you hate it for mint chocolate.
You love it or you hate it for mint, yeah.
Well, specifically mint chocolate.
Yeah. I'm all about it.
Yeah, people absolutely lose their fucking shit if it's like mint chocolate. And they're like, ew, what the fuck? I'm like, okay, it's just chocolate and mint, bro. Relax.
Oh man, I remember one of my old like favorite things. There's this restaurant that in my dad's hometown where like everybody worked when they were in college in that town, and it's called Or Bakers. It's just like really old American like fast food place, smash burgers, that kind of thing. They also had like an ice cream counter, and we would always go and we would always get like food there as a family whenever we visited, and then afterwards everybody would go and we would all get the same thing, grasshopper pie. The fucking with the sundae and the chocolate chips and the fudge and all of that good extra minty fucking chocolate chip ice cream, bright neon green, like radiation green, so
I've
good.
seen pictures of grasshopper pie, but
So
I've
fucking
never
good.
actually had it.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I have to go out and find one.
Hey, look, I know a place if you're ever in Williamsburg.
Okay. Wait. When are you in Williamsburg?
Oh, I mean, not regularly, but like for vacations to see my family, holidays.
Have you ever eaten at Pies and Thighs?
That sounds like a chicken place.
I don't think so. Mostly just because we don't go out to eat a lot when we're there. But
If you guys get a chance, if you're ever there for like brunch, breakfast, any day of the week, weekends
Sure.
are always hopping. But Pies and Thighs, yeah, and it is. It's not so much just a chicken place. It's a southern cooking place. It's a bunch of like, it's so good, dude. Their biscuits are like, when I say next level, I can't even begin to explain. They look like little stones. They're not even pretty, but when you bite into them, they're the perfect doughy, crispy on the outside, buttery. It's like they layered, when they just layer butter into all the crispy, flaky layers. It's nuts. And then they make their sandwiches out of it. So they do like a chicken biscuit, and they do like something called a Rob Evans, where they do it with like, you get your sausage, egg, and cheese, or your bacon, egg, and cheese on this biscuit, smothered in like sausage gravy. It's nuts. Pies and thighs. Highly recommend it if you're ever in Williamsburg. I think it's right at the foot of the Williamsburg Bridge.
That sounds so fucking good. I'm literally eating and you're making me hungry.
Yeah, oh, sorry.
No, it's good.
In fact, if we can coordinate a date sometime next year when both Josh and Gordon are in town, and me too. Fuck, I keep acting like I'm there. I'm not. I'm like, yeah, but all three of us, when we're in town, if we can coordinate a date, that is the place where we should go for brunch after a night of some libations.
Hell yes. Oh, there's nothing more that I love than something fucking incredibly greasy to start the day with.
Yeah.
There's this one place called Dark Side of the Moo.
Dark Side of the Moon. What the fuck?
And it's like a burger place, but they also have like exotic animal meat, and they pride themselves on like very fresh sourced stuff. So there's alligator sausage, and they have yak and camel meat and bison. And you can get burgers depending on like what they have the day of. They had a kangaroo burger for like a couple months at a time throughout the year. It's crazy. And like, I would never have thought it, but bison is so fucking tasty. It's like a regular burger, but like twice as juicy and 3 times as flavorful. Doing nothing, just in a regular burger with cheese.
Yeah. All about it.
So about it.
For my birthday, my wife ended up getting me like, and it sounds weird, exotic meats, but she did.
Yeah.
because we're huge into like last year I got a sous vide, so I've just been doing like steaks and duck breasts and that kind of thing. So so she got me like
You should
what?
You should share photos of these sous vide.
Yes.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah, of course. We should have a food channel.
I'm on it on the way.
Let's do it now.
Food.
Foodie.
Food.
But yeah, we've been sous videing
Foodie
everything.
like
So
you
she got me these ostrich. She got me ostrich medallions and elk and bison steaks. Yeah, and a bunch. Oh my god, yeah. And I'm like a duck fiend. So she got me a couple of duck breasts. I'm just like, yeah. So I'm all about it. All about it.
Duck fucking slaps so fucking hard, dude. Oh my god.
Josh, from your lips. Woo. Serious.
I fucking love duck. Like, duck is like the sleeper meat that everyone's like, yeah, I don't know, but it's they're greasy. I won't deny it. They're definitely greasy, but if you cook them right, they have so much goddamn flavor. They're fucking amazing.
Yep. Absolutely. I'm pissed because my favorite spot in New York, as a matter of fact, Nate, Rain, I don't know if you remember, there's one time that we met up at a spot called the Headless Horseman.
Yeah. I remember.
There was a restaurant on the other side of that. It wasn't the Headless Horseman, it was called Ichabod's. They had
Was that the place that we went to smoke in front of because the place that we were eating at asked us not to smoke in front of the building?
Did that happen?
I think that was what happened.
It
I may be
could be.
remembering a different time in New York. I might be conflating things.
They had the best duck breast like in the city. I mean, I've been all around, but unfortunately they closed down and it wasn't even for the pandemic. It was like right before the pandemic. I remember going back. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And I guess rent just got too high. And I was like, I've been trying to clone that duck breast recipe for years, and I haven't come close. The closest place I found was in Ireland. Just this random place called it was either the Green Egg or the Green Hen, a couple blocks up in what is it called? What's the famous drinking area in Ireland? It's not Trinity. It's whatever it is. But like if you go over yeah, it's called the Green Hen, and I'm telling you, like they've got an amazing duck breast, but it's still second best to whoever that chef was in at Ichabod's, and I don't even know who they were. Like it's just a mystery now. It's just a mystery and like a taste I'll never have again. So nuts. Ziri. Poor Ziri.
I fell
Many
asleep.
people are typing at once.
Josh, what I told you would happen happened.
God damn it.
I'm sorry, man. Oh,
You
wait.
you guys just started going, and I passed out. I opened my eyes, and my Wi-Fi was bad.
This
Took
is
a little-
the power.
A little cat nap.
This is the power of duck. Amen. Amen.
I actually was snoring. I don't know if you guys heard that.
No.
Damn.
We would have started yelling sooner.
It's true.
Yeah, I snored myself awake. It wasn't the passion of duck. It was I went.
They're
I was like, what the
slob
fuck?
knobbing about duck breast over up in here.
It's real. One day you'll be touched by it as well.
One
That's
day,
okay. That's all right.
One day you too will know the power of duck. But yeah. So, even though we'll be missing a few people, last time you guys had finished out the fight with the various trollkin and reavers that were there, the dire troll as well as the smaller trolls that were mixed amongst the group, as well as being able to slay the shaman leaders that was with the rest of the chieftains, as well as capture quite a numerable amount of the lesser nobles that were watching over this, soon-to-be launch point that you had intercepted, as well as quickly removed many of the various troops that were moving into position to try and push towards Onsa. After sending out a message towards Vestin, as well as getting some of the other commanders to send out some more soldiers to hold this position currently until they can reinforce further. You had hunkered down for the time. I put the soldiers there ahead of time, but they would be arriving soon enough, as you guys were decidedly figuring out what you wish to do. I believe was send a message towards the other nobles, if possible, or get their attentions by pretty much striking out their main line of mercenaries that they were sending. But you do have a number of other soldiers and nobles to make use of, as well as an entire keep and ford line fortress to do as you please with for the time being. Also with a myriad of corpses to match.
Have we did we do a full search of the tower? Of the tower fort?
Not yet, so fully setting in on searching around there, just finding you did find some of the payments, if I remember that, but looking for any smaller details between the war maps, you would see that obviously had tried to make plans where this would be one of the leap points that would have the mercenary groups following up on and being able to reinforce some, so there would be supply lines following to make more palisades and fortresses ahead and pushing along. But obviously those are going to be waylaid plans, as the forward spear point has been broken off before it can even launch. But obviously they have supplies coming in, as far as you could tell, from where you're not entirely sure yet.
Hmm. Modar, did we already use the not sending stone? Is it a sending stone? No. The Grand Magister Vefton gave us like
Sending stone, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, oh
also
yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's who these people are.
Oh, okay, all right. So
These
so
are our
they've already
foresters.
arrived.
they'll be arriving soon. I just put them there as
Oh,
a
okay.
placeholder.
Yeah.
Okay, well before they arrive then, Nira, keep an eye on all of the nobles. Cool, see if you can find any secret passages. The rest of us, let's search around and see what else we can find. Any evidence, any proof, any treasure. Does that sound fair?
Right. Gotta go check the army first.
As you
Me
say.
and Modar are fixing the ship, as discussed at the end of the last game.
Yeah, good. A chunk of rock removed and actually fitted with wood.
Yay, the boat's fixed.
There isn't a giant hole or spear through the bottom of it anymore.
I'm gonna be getting me and Modar a little drunk while they're working.
We're directing the unseen servants. The mage hands start to get a little bit wobbly. The fabricate's taking a little bit longer than the minute cast time.
Yeah,
Oh, what is this?
I don't know. I found it in the cellar.
It's delightful.
Isn't it?
Limoncello. I've never experienced something like this before. You call it a liqueur?
Lemony. Oh yeah, and also to me too. Does me talk in full sentences?
Me can respond. Hi.
I'm gonna shove the flask at me and pull out another flask and walk back to the Modar.
Me has the memories of Modar drinking things and can drink it, though he cannot get drunk.
Oh, boo.
Unless, I guess he could be poisoned by it, in which case he would be drunk. I
Is
don't
there
think
any
there's a.
loot to loot?
We already took the
Have we
stuff and
dug
added
through
it to
everyone's
the
pockets?
character sheets.
Yeah, I
Did
mean,
we go through everyone's pockets though?
yeah, and did we check all the bodies? Anybody wearing any
Yeah.
special armor,
Anything
rings,
shiny?
weapons?
So, sifting through the various equipment, the Trollkin didn't really seem to have anything magical, as far as you could tell. Let's see,
But it looks like we did all investigate last session. We got a Moonstone Cup with draconic runes
pretty much.
and 6,000 GP, which is already on the treasure hoard.
Mm-hmm.
Wallen.
The only other thing
How much
that
money do we have?
A lot.
yeah, you guys are.
It's not totaled
Yeah?
up, but next time we go to a city, we can offload a bunch of this stuff,
Yeah, let's do that.
and
Why are we carrying all this shit?
I'll take care of it.
Holy cow! We had like jewels from 2021 on this.
Yes, we do.
Whoever's
Yeah,
keeping
yes,
track
we
of
do.
treasure hoard, thank you. Thank you for doing it.
The only
Like,
other thing.
everyone needs an accountant.
Oh god. The only other thing that Ku manages to find within the armory is a gemstone box that not entirely sure who it was for, but he's already picked a lock on it and brought it to your attention. It's easy to assume that this might be payment for other mercenaries, since it would be not in raw money, but gems themselves.
Easier to carry than a sack full of gold.
Oh damn. Okay. Add that.
Good work, Ku.
Do you mind? Hey, since I'm now producing one of me and one of Thalos, do you guys mind if I take these for my research?
Nope.
These gems?
What are you
Okay.
taking?
The gems that Ku just found. I hold up a bag of gems worth more than most people will see in their life. I'm gonna use them to make clones of us.
We've got plenty, surely.
Dope.
Oh,
Take
and
whatever
then Ray's gonna
resources
look
you
around
need.
very clueless and say, right, we have other jewels. So,
Yes.
we should be fine. Yeah.
Take whatever resources you need, Mota. How sturdy are these walls, Josh?
These walls, they are 5 feet thick, solid stone, cut, heavy slabs stacked up, going further and further up. The stonework inside are smaller layers cut from obviously the same quarry, but seems like they're all solid and heavy. It would take a significant force or magic specifically to really move them. Like, this thing was built to literally endure. And also with the front gatehouse that they have, obviously you guys came in through the top, but that was less defensible, but for most average people, not everyone has the ability to fly. There is a metal gatehouse door that keeps front along with another check-in metal iron door. So if somebody were to attack this on foot, they probably would have had a much worse time than what you guys did.
I believe we may have discussed using this place as a base of our own operation, or perhaps a safe house, if need be.
For the moment, I believe Ashton's plan is for it to be a forward post for soldiers of our allied nations, which is why we took it and why we called them to come and hold it. I personally don't want my safe house to be on the front lines.
Ashton,
Yeah.
He's
have
passing
you given
out on the
thoughts?
floor.
Do you want to go sleep, bud?
No.
Okay.
I don't want to unpack it either.
Have you given any thoughts to our next steps? I believe
No.
you fulfilled everything that Thefton has asked of you. Is that correct?
Give me 5 minutes to think.
All right. The amount of time passes until the guards get here as we give Ashton a time to think. All right, Ashton, what did you come up with?
Hey,
Hold on,
soldiers are
give me-
walking in now.
Give me 5 minutes to think.
5 more minutes, Mom.
All right, on to the next. Onwards and inwards and upwards.
We
I
gotta
suppose?
go to the, we gotta go to Hoobaloo in the capital.
I'm pretty sure that's a character from Winnie the Pooh.
That's right.
Hoobaloo?
Hoobaloo,
Baloo.
the elephant.
Eeyore? No, Eeyore's a donkey. Oh
Yeah,
my
what
god.
the fuck?
You okay, bro?
I'm in early onset Alzheimer's.
I can
You should
tell.
go to sleep, probably.
No.
Okay.
No. It
Last
goes.
time that someone was this delirious in D&D, it didn't go well. Just gonna say.
I'm afraid to ask.
We were all there. That person is no longer welcome here.
Well, no, that person was cracked out of their mind of drugs and everything else under the sun.
Yeah.
I don't fucking think I wrote it down. Can you take us to the world map?
Indeed I can, good sir. Also, fuck that person in particular.
We are in Belaruso.
Yeah, right in the border. Where that teeny tiny tower is.
We need to go to the capital city.
I have questions for the map whenever Ashton is done.
Oops.
Wait, what the fuck is this?
That would be another forward outpost that I believe. Yep, that would be where the blood hunters were currently at.
We're the capital city of Belaruso.
Larzuo's here.
What is? Oh, fuck. What is that?
Duralgus.
Titties.
Yeah, that. So we fly ourselves to the city of Tarask, and we essentially demand audience and tell them to surrender.
Which one could possibly be Tarask?
This one over here, Tona.
Wait, I'm sorry. That was the
That
plan.
was
It was more intricate when we were playing regularly, and then it's been so much time I literally forgot.
There was going to be more steps of working our way up through the command, but essentially the onus is we took out an entire section of your front line of your war effort in a day and sacked one of your castles, one of your towers, and it was effortless. Stand down. We have information to share with you. Right? Basically?
Yeah,
Pretty
I mean, yeah, that was it. It was wipe out their front line, and then basically, knock on their door and be like, "Hey, we're
Force
being
them to the
polite."
table. Yeah.
Here's your nobles back, by the way.
Oh
Yes,
yeah, we
we
should
do
pile
have
them on the ship.
prisoners.
And wait, so was this feeding into the overall plan of finding the heir, or
Yes.
is this a separate? Okay, all right.
Because this is who Wayne Wrath? What's his name? Your boy, your dragon friend that you want to befriend and don't want to be an enemy, even though he kidnapped
Memric?
your wife and daughter. Yes.
Oh.
This is who Memric works for, right? He serves Belaruso.
He serves on the council, yeah, under Cerulean the Third Lord,
Yes.
Black Lodge. Aristocracy. They serve in the aristocracy.
Yes.
The
Okay.
mass title for everyone's eyeballs
Yes.
and brains to fucking boggle over.
Okay.
I've never seen art that's so clearly hand drawn but looks AI made.
Right?
How do you think AI is being made?
It's the
A lot of
face.
the AI. Well, no, because. Well, yeah, but a lot of the AI is just it takes
No,
Like-
yeah.
people's portfolios and then generates it.
No, yeah, but what I mean is like it has that like it has that slightly weird to it, but it is not AI.
I
It
think it's
all
just
makes
the.
sense.
I think it's just the blank background.
It's true.
It's the
Yeah.
proportions for me.
Yeah, the fucking calf is really skinny.
Just the thigh into the calf and then like the head on top of everything else. Anyway,
Very
yes,
stretched.
we're gonna go
And
talk
then
to
there's-
them, and then we're gonna go and kick Memric's dick off
There's
his body.
hot mommy. Hot mama Aerolith. From Aerolith of the 13th House. I mean, hubba baba, am I right?
Yes.
Wow.
So, obviously, once Vestin and others are, well, not Vestin personally, but the trope that he had sent along with one of the more war-ready ships have arrived at the fort, able to go towards the capital of Floridax. And at that point,
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
Mm.
I think Rain said she had a question about the
Oh,
map.
that's right. Apologies, right.
And they had a question.
Oh, yeah. I was trying to understand what a couple of things on the map was, like what this red circle means.
That was one of the Bloodhunter forts.
Okay, and what does the DC mean?
The DC, that is actually where King Snur is.
It's a district of Columbia.
Did we ever go here to B?
That's where
Right,
we got the blue runestone from,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I left
And
behind.
what about the Z?
That's Zari's temple,
Yeah.
the monastery
Okay.
that was destroyed.
And this G?
Green Runestone. Where
Yeah.
Was that the green weapon?
That's right. It was supposed to be the Runestone. The green weapon was there originally.
Yeah.
And then you had to go and chase it down because the Archon had it.
Bugs!
Okay.
Bugs forever, a million
So-
bugs.
Anything marked on the map is something we've already done. You haven't marked off anything that we need to go to.
Mostly.
I just wanted to clarify.
The only ones would be like the Bloodhunter fortresses, but those are in use rotation-wise going around the game.
Yeah, these towers
Okay.
here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Got it. How far is it, like how many days would it be to like go to like the first tower, or like, I'm just trying to gauge how far it is, or yeah, like how long it'll take to get from one point to another on this map.
By airship, for you, would be a very short travel for where you
Yeah.
currently are. Pretty much going
Okay.
across from like even this tower to the other side would probably be like 2 days by your airship.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, those were my questions. Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it seems if our next step is to head to the capital of Blazua, then perhaps we should speak to the noble. Well, perhaps we should speak to the nobles we've captured. Gain whatever advantage we can.
Okay. Pitter patter.
Let's get at her.
It has been 0 days since the last Letterkenny reference.
Time for
Damn it.
chorin.
Sundays are for picking stones.
For Chorin.
Your sister's hot, Wayne.
There, I said it! I said it! Too fat to run! Except watching kids fall off bikes. Fuck, I can watch kids falling off bikes all goddamn day. I don't give a shit about your kid.
Alright. So, especially for those that you have currently captured, taking them on the ship with you, did you keep them shackled in the hold?
Yes.
Or especially going over towards the nobles.
Me and Ku watch over them.
Oh, God.
How do we want to play this? Are we playing it like? Are we just gonna like throw them in the hold? Or are we gonna make it like, you know, sort of like, listen, you guys are political prisoners. You're not under any actual.
I'm not gonna beat them with
Right.
chains or anything, I don't think.
Okay.
Not on the record, of course.
Look, Ku knows to use a phone book and aim for the abdomen so that the bruises aren't visible. There's gonna be no proof if Ku does anything, and me doesn't know about torture because Modar didn't teach him.
You gotta do it like a Caribbean parent. You gotta hit them on the bottom of the feet.
Caribbean
damn.
Fuck me.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Jesus Christ.
Man's
But we
got the
learned.
secrets.
We learned.
That was
That was personal.
yeah.
I'm a better person for it. I do believe in corporal
Oh
punishment.
my-
Listen,
Oh
listen,
my goodness.
you know, it's true. I'm sorry.
Yo, the game just began.
All right, sorry.
Gotta start the stream with something. A little something every time.
Little
I
gusto.
believe in corporate punishment.
In corporal punishment.
I thought you said gonna cut your pay, take away your vacation days. I learned my lesson.
Put this guy in the toilet. Put that guy in the bathroom.
Oh,
He's got the runs.
okay. Won't stop eating. Won't stop force feeding me moldy bread.
No, what?
Nah, fucking.
What? Yo. Never mind, who's not allowed downstairs?
Ah, the Mark Hamill laugh comes out finally.
The wholesome and not at all terrifying simulacrum of a living thing will watch over them.
Definitely not terrifying.
No. We get there. Ashton's in front of them. What do you say?
What are you going to do to us?
Bingo bongo.
What's wrong with that man? They like point at me.
Why do I have to question them? I have a really bad charisma stat. I don't
This
think
is
you guys
your
do.
plot line.
This is your plan.
Yeah, but you guys also said you wanted to
Yeah.
question them.
Do
I
it.
didn't want to question. I just want to take them back.
Answer.
I don't care what they have to
with a
say.
question.
I thought the whole point was you wanted to talk to them so that the fight could
We
so
we
that
did
we
talk,
wouldn't have to
we talked
kill
to the leader.
hundreds of thousands of people.
We talked to the lead of these nobles. I wanted to talk to the aristocracy. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about these guys.
Yeah, not these noble guys. I'm saying
Okay.
like we time skipped to being in front of the aristocracy. You're there. That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking at an airship right now.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to force the time skip Skyrim style.
I'm gonna put Helgard.
The only reason
down
why I
there
brought
with
it over
me.
here is because people mentioned they were like gonna try to find out more information about the fucking nobles.
Well, I will. I mean, I'll ask some basic questions about the political structure that they've got
Oh.
going there.
Oh,
Who they
God.
report to. Just trying to get like basic information. It's okay if they don't like, the important thing is that we have those discussions, or at least that they realize we're using them as political leverage.
Alriady.
So it's just clear. You know what I mean? It says like, listen, you guys aren't under any particular duress unless, of course, you try anything stupid.
Go
Just-
ahead and give me a persuasion check at advantage. Artorius and everyone else who wants to would be helping.
Yeah, I would definitely have Artorius in the room with me. Let's go for persuasion. It's not a great step. Fuck it, let's do it. Oh!
Alrighty. Well, you can't get better than a nat 20, so here we go.
Everyone sit down on your Uncle Talos' lap and tell me. No, just.
Me
No, I
immediately
guess-
starts wandering over and positions himself, sits on your
I
lap.
pretty much just start like druiding it up, causing like the spores to smell like weed. Everyone gets a little loose.
Hell yeah.
So tell me about, the layout of, the main palace. Come on. No, he's so stupid. But yeah, I just try to get as much out of him as I can.
Well, many of them worship at the Red Church, or the Obsidian Temple. People call it the Red Church for the decadence of velvet and other things that they have with various red. They will tell you of the myriad of other people, so many of the other nobles and titles that they have. Akatos Lamalto, Earl of Commerce, handles trade in many of the other districts and bringing other people in. Obviously, a lot of tieflings going on with this whole situation, and many of the nobles being from higher aristocracy have been able to keep things secret and push and sway more appropriately. You already know of Cerulean Blackwatch, who was actually elected, even though other people thought it would be a tiefling per se. On many people's surprise on this occasion, it was a human. Out of all the various tieflings that were there, they assumed they would be more heavily driven towards, fiendish heritage. The other people of note that have great respect and repeal amongst the other people as well as nobles. Bolid Pon, headman of justice, also one of the main leaders and barons that keep order and law appropriately here in the Providence, as well as many of the judges that have worked with the King's Court originally. Obviously, a very skilled fighter from his heritage, as mentioned, but a much older gentleman, but has definitely followed the law to the letter without flaw. The other one that many of the others fawn over and has brokered many a deal, very lucrative. Deceit Zabthapi, which I forgot to add the IE on there, Tribune of Treasure, has been able to bring many of the other various trades from over the Gulf, as well as some of the other mercenaries, and has quite the multicultural knowledge, and will probably be the one dealing with most of you on the initial arrival. The more terrifying one, as especially in their knowledge of magic, and that especially from the scent as well as your airship being that from Onso would be there on arrival just for safety's sake. Gevel Nersk, Duke of the Future, as his initial title, but don't call him by his full name as he gets exhausted from titles and overwinded conversation.
Duke of the Future? What does that mean?
Many people have suspected divination magics and other of the sorts.
Oh. So they probably know we're on our way, if he's any good.
Possibly.
This stream is intended for mature audiences. Discretion is advised.
Hydra Davenfield, ruler of ships, one of the main admiral fleets. Also responsible for keeping the trade ships safe and, not waylaid by pirates. Probably one of the biggest people's people, a water ganassi by heritage, and one of the first ganassi to actually earn a full titleship in nobility along with the aristocracy. One of the older ones from the aristocracy. Karl Heinz Rushin, Assistant of Defense. Not the head of defense, but is also the one leading the various armies and mercenaries, and has been advising the tactical strategies that have been going on, and also probably one of the main progenitors of the various war plans and tactics that you had seen firsthand being built up on the border. Has a cool temperament, but has been known to blow up when others question superiors that are even above him.
He's the one that's going to be really pissed about what we did out on the battlefield.
Maran Hardal, the Saint of Death. One of the main families in aristocracy that have purposely worshipped the Raven Queen and have kept her teachings in tight respect. None should ever question their family lest they find themselves under the inquisitorial eye of a form of heresy or other kinds of devil worship and corruption. Forgive me on this tongue twister of a name. Osmus Gustridal, Exarch of Borders. One of the main people who is handled between the various ruffians, riffraff, mercenaries, and others who have come in between the borders to become permanent citizens, as well as those who are excising themselves from this province into other areas and territories. There's probably not a single family, person, or mercenary group that travels through the borders without his knowledge in some form or another.
He's our immigration czar. Okay.
Salmeros, godson Baron of City Plan. He is one of the head architects and main expansionists of the cities, as well as the various districts and infrastructure that is continuously growing and being fed by the new immigrants and mercenaries that have come to seek settlement within the districts. Savari Biamux, Delegate of Control. She is one of the head regulators of laws, city districts, and small minor infractions, as well as appointing various guard rules and orders that they should be attending to while trying to keep their cities and districts safe.
Call me cool, I'm about to make some minor infractions.
Delegate my control.
I'm proud of you guys for not doing it, but I'm breaking first. Wooga.
I said she could delegate my control.
Alrighty.
I just can't believe you put Jon Snow and this and Stockman Calloway next to each other. Stockman Calloway, can we feed that one to snakes?
Tribune of Spies, obviously the growing information broker, but he is Stockman Calloway the Fourth Jr., who is
Just shoot him. You know, like
trying to make a more bomb.
Sorry.
No, it's even better because immediately after that, following suit of someone who is a fucking global information broker, Stockman Calloway the Fourth Senior.
They're both
Chairman of
four.
Information. Well, one is of spies, which implies assassination. He deals strictly with information.
Fucking exactly. You don't want to keep that one around. We've got the daddy version right here.
It looks a hell of a lot more suave and confident. Oh, and then we have Storbarth Crowgrazer, the Sage of the Realm.
That's Snoop Dogg.
Is that Snoop?
Is that...
All right, I know our way in.
Hey yo, Cthulhu Snoop Dogg got that good kush? What the fuck? Hey yo.
Full name though, Stillborth Crowgaze.
Alright, now, what's your dream blood rotation from these people? From this group of aristocrats. Pick 4.
Well, we're not even done.
Oh, Jesus.
You got that net
Oh,
20,
wait,
so you get
Junior.
to know all
You
19 of
You
them.
didn't end on Storbarth Krogaze, Sage of the Realm,
No.
Mr. Coolest of the Names, Haver of Titles.
Well, we got Voth Skyvalor, Liaison of Defense, who's actually the one who's head of defense in the other militaries and armies and strategy.
He's the one whose ass we wiped today. Sorry, I'm in a mood. I gotta stop.
It's so good, I can't. Oh, fuck it. You get an inspiration, you fuck.
Hey! We take that.
Oh, my fucking god. Then we have. Oh, god, you're gonna laugh. Vunkrin. Oak-minded Chairman of Commerce. He's in charge of many of the agricultural sections of the nobility.
Of course he is. Just look at him.
Oh my fucking god.
He looks like he's trying to do the smile from the Smile horror movie, but like is also constipated.
Oh god, there is also Welford Cremont, the second paragon of silver. His family is well known because they have a large silversmith as well as silver mining trade that they have lucratively claimed.
It's altogether too many people.
Oh my god. Hey, you rolled a net 20 on knowing all 19 of the aristocracy. Welcome to politics, babe. And then finally, one of the most paragon people of the Temple of the Obsidian Chapel.
My dad. My dad is-
Yalia Westar.
My dad's on the Belarusian aristocracy. He's gonna get your dad fired.
Cardinal of the Red.
Oh,
Temple Priestess
call me the
of
blue.
Asmodeus.
Oh, never mind. She cannot be trusted.
Asmodeus, you say?
Yes.
I smell an orgy.
I'm gonna cheat on my wife.
Finally.
A common
damn
theme for Ashton.
Oh, good lord. All right, get up there, Skipper.
Oh, fuck me. So,
Go try the one who's in a bikini. She seems the most welcoming.
Deceit.
to see Tribune of Treasure.
Yeah, there you go. Show her some of your treasure.
I'm sure you got family jewels.
You
to
created a lot. You've created a life.
So, now with the 19 of the aristocracy known, these are the head seats of the resort. And yes, there's a huge fucking swath to have to deal with, depending on who you wish to deal with, on a large measure. Obviously, each one being more significant, but the assistant of defense and the main leader of the defense initiatives on the Belarusian front, as well as those who deal with the various nobilities that have to hire the mercenaries that come in from the port. So, the one thing that does escape your knowledge, as nobody knows which of these nobles is the ones dealing with the dragon that initially got brokered initially to say with dealing with anyone extra on the port when the admiral can't, but also sparing some kobolds for the army war front that you can easily assume were probably not cheap on the factor of sending out some of their more beneficial soldiers and war machines. But as you do it right. Political clue.
Closes 1,000 open handouts,
Yeah, boy.
leaving only the Snoop Dogg one.
only the Snoop Dogg ones. It's absolutely fair.
Just want to make sure we got a full night's rest before arriving.
Yes, you would be able to get a full night's rest, especially after holding down the fortress for the time, making sure that the soldiers were able to fully clock in and clean out the whole place and reaffirm it that it's under their control for Anso. Oh. So, going with the initial meeting with Deceit, or whoever will meet you initially as you make landfall in the main capital city of this province.
Hey, sorry, just 1 second. Rain, you still with us? Just want to make sure you know we did level up to 18, so if you give yourself a chance, definitely level your character up.
And you're muted if you're talking.
Mm-hmm.
Rain is not here.
She
I
did.
fell asleep and then I doubled it and passed it on.
Fucking
Who do you want to talk to first? Or are you just gonna let it be up to chance, Ashton? Costello's just listed out every single noble in the history of Belaruso.
That's what I was able to get. Just a basic conversation.
baby.
Well, so arriving in the city, I imagine we're being met with somebody.
Probably.
So
I imagine there's a meeting, a meeting of us before we meet with anyone else.
Yeah, probably.
pretty fucking much. So with that, obviously there is a myriad of mercenaries selected out. You can tell very easily for some of them that they are magically equipped, ready. Many of the ballistae have been prepped with curious-looking alchemical concoctions. As, ironically, yes, Modar, you guessed correctly. As well as Thalison, the remark of you better know because Gavel Nurse, the Duke of the Future, is there and waiting within the courtyard, waiting for you to come down and land. As you do make landfall, obviously with a few troop, none to threaten, but only to ensure safety and to take those who have brought along with you into safety. Gavel approaching very, very quickly towards the rest of you, almost not in a noble fashion, but more just business and hurriedly in manner. I told them that they should be making ready, though I have only gathered a few of them. Assume you are all the Deadass Rangers my divinations have been picking up on as well. Kind of glares at Modar for a moment as you see the arcane sigils that have been inscribed into his irises scanning over you.
Big part of me wants to just dispel his whole shit, but I'm not going to. My just magic mirror, which is basically just pure abjuration magic, just kind of floats slowly around my head. I make no comment. Tactfulness. Lawyers have to have it.
Nonetheless, I will take you to the Obsidian Chapel. If you do not mind leaving your airship behind, I assure you, as a nobleman's honor, that it will not be tampered with and respected.
You seem surprisingly willing to negotiate.
I know the few utility of fighting against someone who wields apocalyptic strength.
It should make things easier.
Precisely.
Lead on.
Now, convincing these younger blooded fools of not trying to sway money into the situation more would be more difficult. He turns to walk away and lead you. You see that on the various, what looks like patches on a bandolier, Modar, you would probably recognize the easiest, especially more arcane train. Various emergency spells that he seems to have woven into different kinds of patches and materials all over his coat. Go ahead and roll me your Arcana as well, as you see for a brief moment the coat kind of shifting.
21.
You get the feeling that not just glyphs warding, but the coat as well might be alive. Maybe even the gloves mixed with the coat.
Yeah. Is there anything else I see? Is he wearing anything around his waist?
With that, you do definitely see.
I slide my alchemical lens down over my eye.
You definitely do see that he's got two wands on his hip, one with curious multiple baubles on it, another one that's a little more estranged. It seems to be a mix of kind of adamantine, but purposely tipped with almost a ranged kind of fused star sapphire and a diamond. So the enchantments on it are quite heavy indeed, and probably took a number of years to make, as far as you can tell.
I am going to subtle spell detect magic and maintain concentration.
Alright. He definitely glows with it, as you do see various forms of magic, necromancy, transmutation, heavy amounts of divination.
I'm using this mostly to look for traps or anything that is being hidden.
Alright.
If anything has illusion magic on it, I'm going to investigate further. But I'll follow sort of in the middle of the group as we follow this guy.
Alright.
Is there anything he's wearing that's just not magical?
His shoes.
His shoes.
They're very nice suede.
Yeah, when we're done, jack everything but his kicks.
So fucked.
Always
Yeah,
got
bro, it's
them
all gonna
kicks.
turn out alright. I hand you a black and mild.
Oh my fucking
Where are we going tonight? what? Pull the goddamn black and mild.
This is the new character that is gonna replace Modar.
Modar Prime.
A new bard.
There we are. Let's see you. To it.
Oh dear.
Obsidian Chapel. Many of the Cardinals of the Red have presided. This token.
I don't think they made it big enough or enough shaped like a cross.
Right? Mockery. It's beautiful.
So we're like fucked, right?
Oh yeah, clearly you're gonna die. Or, you know, that's why I brought you. Fucking pull everyone in.
I brought you here to die, Mr. Bond.
You will die. I mean, it was fated before. Ash.
Jesus fucking
Wow.
Christ.
This is a compound.
Welcome.
Yup.
It's gonna be our new hideout.
No.
Fuck yeah, really?
No.
If we play our cards right and the dice are in our favor.
Yeah. Come chill at the
Shit.
Temple of Esma.
Alright, well, if this isn't ours, then I have a new proposition for all our monies, guys.
We're going to buy the aristocracy.
Please no.
We would like to buy your compound. Wait,
We'd
what
like
about
to
the
start
prisoners?
lobbying.
Never mind the prisoners. We'd really like to buy your home.
He'd like to buy your government building.
This is a nice place.
I'm just
Great.
saying. We don't have a base, and we did talk about having like an Avengers Tower or something.
But wouldn't you much rather build it? Then we could have a slide.
It's true. That's true.
Wait, yes, I would like
Wouldn't
to
you
build
rather
that.
make our own with hookers and blow?
Okay, not quite the picture I had in mind, but we can start at the building part.
Of making Ashton's argument about us not being good.
He said we're not good?
It's very true. He did.
Wow, I'm gonna give him mad stank face.
You could if he was awake.
Oh, whatever. Stank face.
Passing out on a regular basis.
On a regular basis.
I look around. Damn, big empty for a chapel.
It's
Then
true.
Mona reaches into his mouth and pulls out some kind of small creature that's been attached to his tongue. Goes, something's been talking for me this whole time. Throws it on the floor and squishes it.
Pull this token over because it's working appropriately.
Ah!
Is this the Church of the Red, or is this just a building?
This
That-
is the Church of the Red.
Terrifying.
As I am bringing up
They're
the
gonna sacrifice us for our blood right there.
various tokens here. Okay. Yeah, they'll just gut you right there on the spot. No shit's
Like at the end of Hannibal season 2.
absolute disrespect. And
Just
ever.
Spoilers.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna watch it, don't worry.
I think season 2 came out in 2015, so 8 years.
It's true. It's true. You had time to get spoiled.
I look over at Rain. Promise me you won't let them convert me.
It's true. I'll think about it.
I have nothing against converting people into believers. So, if this is
Oh,
this could be
man.
life-changing for you. And who am I to stand in the way of that?
Oh. Chicks. His brain goes right on him.
Hello, bikini lady. Would you like some of my ale?
Yes.
Alright.
There's somebody in our. Hey, you see that guy over there? He wants to cheat on his wife with you.
Hey. It is a pleasure to welcome all of you as you see the one that you had gone over to, right? I am Deceit Zabisa. I am more than happy to welcome all of you and excited to hear, well, your various propositions. As she kind of gives a side eye and a smirk, looking over the rest of you.
He's gonna look back and quietly ask, "Are you the one who owns this building?" Because I have quite a proposition for you.
Adventurers, they only want one thing, and it's fucking disgusting.
It's your house.
It's all of the property in the kingdom.
I want all of your property. No, that would belong to Yalia. As she gestures over towards Lord Cerulean, towards the northern end. This tiefling woman here.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you had enough money, I'd consider the proposition.
Well, how much are you willing to sell it for?
Well, considering even on the lower levels here, most of the walls are shaped with obsidian and marble. Probably even just renting out some of those rooms for permanent residence or purchase. $1 million gold that it would take to build it.
I'm sorry, I think I heard you say 1 million.
Yes.
Okay.
Don't have that.
Rain's gonna look at Modar.
I shake my head.
Shakes now. Okay. Looking back, Rain's gonna be like, all right, I'm so glad we have that offer on the table. How about we, share a meal, an ale? And pulls out my, like a big bottle from some random spot behind my back. And say, we don't come empty-handed.
I look at Thalos and I mouth the words "dry ship" and roll my eyes.
We are more than welcoming in that.
Wonderful. Rain's gonna hand over the big bottle over to her. Like, presented really, so proudly.
Maybe
Ashton.
you see. Oh,
Ashton. I tap Ashton on the shoulder. I'm holding something out to you, Ashton.
I was going to just say, as Rain begins negotiating, I was gonna jump back while Ashton addresses the rest of
Yes,
the council.
I have something for you to start that. Here. Put on my superior cloak of billowing. It'll help you get their attention.
No, Ashton
Okay.
will look to everybody, take a step, and give a proper noble's bow. Fuck, I don't remember Ashton's voice. What time of day is it?
Currently, especially for the short travel, this would be noon.
Good afternoon, lords and ladies.
They nod in polite reception.
It's my understanding that Sir, and then Ashton will wait. They all introduced themselves already, right? Or we just heard who they were from the noble, and they just assumed we knew who they were.
Pretty much assuming you know who they are.
Then I'm gonna humble them. I'm gonna say, "Sir," and then usher my hand out for Gavel to introduce himself to us.
As we speed run all of the names that are there, and I will turn them on to be seen.
Sir, Sir Gavel, perhaps,
Just
informed you of our arrival.
that he has. I was curious as to why reputation of such robust adventurers were making their business ours. Yes, it is a curious sort to someone who clearly has no use for the aristocracy and has been benefactoring from their own missions as well as fortune from said success, would really worry about the many provinces now.
Let me ask you a question before I answer yours. How many of the nobles sitting before us have ever seen a war's battlefield?
With that, very quickly, the Saint of Death, just a little bit behind me. 4 of the current company.
You said 4?
Yes. Our generals and tacticians are still currently busy themselves with their work.
With all due respect, generals and tacticians aren't exactly the foot soldier, are they?
No, they are not, but they are surprisingly effective in the front lines.
Well, I thank you for being honest. And I'll stop talking as if any of your soldiers are worth a life, and discuss them as if they're worth numbers, as your lot do. The involvement of your war is needless. What more do you gain?
A brief expansion, as well as a better containment and control than a nation that would be thrown into utter chaos over a missing family member again. As you hear from Salmeros.
So your desire to fix the chaos left behind is to fight your fellow brothers. I believe if you are quick to raise blades, you shouldn't be quick to seize control.
That control must be maintained by somebody, and obviously there are none, and everyone is bickering. This is also why we turn to mercenaries. Not expect to pit countrymen against countrymen.
Aye. But it doesn't absolve the sins on your hands. You may not know me, lords and ladies. I'm Ashton. Me family, nothing more than humble farmers. But I was graced with the honor of joining the King's army. And I was graced with the honor therein of being a part of his guard. You are waging a war over something that never really needed to happen if it weren't for the greed of all those who sit around me.
Hmm.
I've seen war. I've seen the fall of nations. And for whatever reason anyone wants it to happen, they're not the fuckers in the dirt. So I'll make this brief and quick, and Ashton will nod, glancing around everybody and fidgeting their garbs they got from Ansel. You're going to surrender. In one day, we've completely obliterated your front lines. And if you want to threaten us with greater threats, go ahead. I'll tell you the same thing I told your noblemen. I'm the only soldier. I'll respect the rules. But my companions here aren't chained to my command. And a lot of them have a very short fuse when it comes to being fed bullshit.
So somebody who has control of Rammus do /E snarl.
You can definitely hear a chuckle of approval from the older nobleman to your right. Holloway Senior.
I'm sure one of you, or a scribe, seems to be a hobby of the richer type.
Of course.
Draft up a decree of surrender. Pull your forces away from Onso.
And shall this be a decree of neutrality, obviously respecting the other and not interfering with borders? I assume as much, or is this much more incredulous surrender?
I don't gonna have a rat's ass about what your borders mean. What I care is we need an army.
Curious.
And if you're not willing to give an army, then we're not willing to help you. There's discussion to be had on that, but it won't happen until after I see the signed decree.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Advantage
Better than half.
from the party helping.
That's perception.
Why would you get our hopes up like that?
But yeah, I'll let the 18 stand. But especially with the perception, you do see that there is another noble who's remained quiet but ever vigilant. You actually do see. So, this man. He's been keeping himself more or less around the corner of the situation, just kind of listening to your initial presentation.
Oh.
Yeah, the Lord of Justices. Speaking for the house for a moment, if I may. I do have a great respect for many of these soldiers that have gone to fight and protect our dignities as people, especially being one to hold up many of the laws that protect us. I'm extraordinarily curious as the need of an army. More curious as that you seek the army of what, well, was an enemy. Or at least one you intend to ally with. But obviously, I think we'll be discussing that once we come to terms of neutrality. Very well.
Josh,
Yes.
Talos will look him in the eye when he says neutrality, and he'll give him a nod. He's not speaking, but the term neutrality, that it, sort of acknowledgement, yes, that's what we're asking for. Non-aggression between the two nations, for now.
I will also say, the sword in the picture is also one he carries on his hip. Modar, you definitely see has magic in itself, but you also see illusion magic over Lord Cerulean.
How much of him?
All of him.
Are we connected mentally?
Yes, we always are. I established that we always do that before we go anywhere. I say, guys, somebody's hidden in complete illusion magic. They may not be who they say they are. You want me to just souse them out, or are you gonna say something? I could just dispel it.
Can you identify them without causing suspicion?
I make an intelligence check contesting the magic.
I meant identify them amongst the crowd.
Oh, yeah,
If
Cerulean.
If Modar doesn't know.
Lord
the name.
Cerulean.
I think Ashton will turn to Lord Cerulean. Lords and ladies of the house, may I ask if any present magic is being used to cast veils of illusion over any of you?
Oh, we're going with the ask directly. I see.
We
Apparently.
established that we are a nuclear bomb, so
Fair enough.
also it's best that it's best that if everybody is aware of what's going on, we wouldn't suddenly make enemies of everybody trying to confront the situation. That's my thought.
If they lie about it, I'm gonna dispel the magic.
But when Ashton asks, he is directly looking at Lord Cerulean.
I would ask that this stays amongst us, then. As he will drop his illusion.
A full dragon.
Nothing so decadent. As you do see him wreathed in magic for a moment as he reveals his true nature. My father has deeper tidings. What the Shishipaniki were dealing with were the small ambitions of those who worship Mammon. Here with the Temple of Asmodeus, things have been growing quite fruitfully. And we do seek order instead of this sickening chaos that tries to infest everywhere.
Devils. Of course it was devils. We expect the Temple of Asmodeus.
For those who are unsure, you can roll an Arcana if you are unsure of what he is. Or religion, actually.
What if I just recently played Baldur's Gate?
I mean, then you'd probably just know. Alright.
Rain's gonna smite this person on site.
Oh, sorry.
They're gonna get the Polgane treatment.
Worse.
Listen, that was an accident.
Accident.
A honest mistake. I'm never gonna live that down, am I?
Never.
Never. You nuked the driver. That's a party foul if ever.
While
you
we were
also
driving.
saved him.
So
You also
good.
saved him.
So
Yeah.
fucking funny.
I also apologize.
Right. We can joke about it because it was made okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Alright. I accept
Like
it.
Ashton dying.
So.
Wow.
Exactly.
He,
right?
he brings it up, we all laugh.
At him.
Wait.
Well done. You know, especially from his look and heritage, that he is a Cambion, a direct descendant of an archdevil. Someone of extraordinarily rank and power in the Nine Hells, as well as the fact of having not only fiendish blood, but more pure form compared to that of the tieflings around him, and makes much more sense of why a tiefling heavy council had elected him to be the head of the aristocracy.
Josh,
Mm-hmm.
can I just make a quick perception check? I just want to try and see when he drops his the veil, so to speak, how do the rest of his folks react? Do they seem phased at all? Are any of them surprised, or were they all completely aware of who and what he was the entire time? 27.
Completely fucking aware. There's not a single person in this room who is shocked.
Hey, guys. Mental telepathy. Are we sure we want to let these people still be in control of a country?
It's their country. It's not our place to interfere.
Alright. Well,
If you
stand down is the
start
best
fighting-
we can ask for right now.
You start fighting one war of liberation. When do you stop?
Oh, I don't really understand the politics situation. I'm just trying to gauge what you guys are going for.
I can assure you, our contracts are far more respectful than the others you might have dealt with in the past. I am not binding you or any of the sorts. I am seeking proper legalese, if you would.
Lucky we brought our lawyer.
I'll step up. If there are to be exacting terms of this, I would prefer to be the one drawing up the document. I'm sure that we could have a longer discussion of the finer points. Let's hash out what we exactly want, and while we have everyone at the table, and me and another one of my agents, and perhaps two of you, can come to the table, and we'll put it all down on paper.
Appropriately.
I will radio into Ashton how much of the, like, they cannot contest the crown stuff do you want me to try and put into this document?
I think the only leading clause would be if they're willing to contest the crown, they're willing to dismiss their nobility.
Okay, yeah, so like if they don't stand down in the event of a king, this document is rendered null and void, and we will immediately resume our hostilities with the nation, sort of situation.
Well, because I mean, similarly, you don't want to fuck the entire city just because of their leadership, right?
No, we don't. But we have the power to go to their individual houses and pull them out root and stem. It's the benefit of being 6 people instead of an army.
uh, yeah, something akin the lines of like,
I'll try and bury it as best I can.
put it in small text.
I'll put it in a throwaway clause where it's talking about like all the other things that can void it, and it's the only mention of the king in the whole thing. And it's like, oh, and in the event of the crown monarch returning and being elected, this, that, and the other thing, this contract extends in perpetuity. Specific thing. What specific things do we need on this document? And I pull out a notebook and I'll look to Ashton. Beyond just general neutrality, ceasefire, standing down, are we asking for a pullback of forces from the front line?
Fuck.
Time to barbecue.
Yeah.
What about prisoner exchange?
Let's do a 10-year.
Okay.
We'll do a 10-year clause where their army can't surpass a certain size.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. I pull out my reference document. Someplace called America and Nippon.
No, it was America and Germany that Germany had the.
Wasn't it all the Axis powers?
They were allowed to have organized armies. They couldn't be over a certain size for a limited amount of time.
Yeah.
Japan had to formally dismiss their army.
Ooh.
So their current fighting force is a national defense force. It's not an army. It is a defense force.
Except now all that except it came out of Modar's mouth. and Ashton was the one who was going, "Oh." One day we all come to the session and Josh has just swapped player control around. You guys wake up in each other's bodies. Play a different character. Get fucked.
I'm up for that.
I'm looking at myself naked.
No matter who it is.
Gotta compare the Johnson.
Putting everyone to shame.
What about them? Do they have any demands, or do we basically just have them over the barrel and they're not willing to ask for anything?
With that, they actually do have requests. Obviously, with the current circumstance, no prosecution of belief or faith, the return of various captured prisoners or soldiers from the current state of clash.
We're not military officers. We can request that, but we can't guarantee what another government is going to do. We're here to stop hostilities on both sides, which we are able to force you both to do. We can open the dialogue, but it will be up to you to establish that good relations with the other nation. I think that that's more than fair. We'd be willing to bring any documentation that you'd like and make sure that it makes it to the direct hands of your opposition.
I will assuredly have one drawn up then.
There will be
Prisoner transfer is, yeah, it's good, and they definitely will do it.
A release of civilian prisoners and enemy prisoners of war below a rank of certainty.
Which we are not the ones to decide, unfortunately.
Yeah, that'll be between.
But that will require the same show of good faith on your part. Anything else? We'll be keeping the tower.
You see Cerulean kind of give a wide smile, almost a little unnervingly. As your experiences with Pilgrim have taught you much.
And additionally, Ashton speaks up, there will be no fiscal response to any kind of expanded trade in your nation through any hereafter or before enemy. How about that? You fucking greedy fucks.
He
Fuck
says.
capital. Fuck
Obviously,
capitalists.
that is up for debate, but the neutrality clause will stand.
I want the sage of the. I would like the sage of the realm to weigh in.
It's the finisher's taking a very long drag for a moment.
Yes, he is. That whole corner of the room is smoky. It's like, oh, did someone light the incense? No,
He is the
no,
incense.
no. Storbeth is here. Storbarth. It's a Star Wars ass name. Storbarth Crowgaze. Yeah, that way. Yeah, he pilots Red 7. Didn't you know?
As long as the people of the realm are safe, I have no issue with much of this. They're of their own mind, and not of manipulation of state, of religion, or other. So long as they remain safe and abstain from any interference that nobility or officers would be, assuredly all for this.
For some reason, I expected you to sound a lot different.
Right?
All right. I will.
I can't
use
pull off
my-
a snoot.
I will use my feat from my background to begin drawing up the legal document on a pad of paper with my mage hand.
So the well-being of your people is a genuine concern.
That is always the focus of my concern. I and Gabble are the main mediators of that.
We
And I
run
would
across.
like you.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I want them to be the one to review the document. You should say your thing.
Okay. I believe my ally here would like the two of you then to review the document for fairness to the people on both sides. And I will say I am genuinely impressed. We've run across many rulers of many lands who, much as my friend Ashton here has said, has viewed their people as little more than fodder. It is impressive.
Not to boast, but we have focused on freeing many of our people and bringing other tieflings here from the Nine Hells. That's why our population grows immensely. Of course, much better treatment and less torture is always more ideal. Which why much of the company I keep is still also others from many spans of life. As he kind of gestures towards the paladin, clearly paladin of noble house of the Raven Queen, and even the very human, law-abiding citizen beside him. Keeper of the Justice, Bullet Pony. Obviously, I know my fiendish heritage is not exactly the most ideal or respectable, which is why I kept a human guise at the time. But just because my father is my father does not mean he holds sway over my opinion or ideas.
I have no secrets, but Cerulean, Storbath, Gabble, and Bullet and deceit. Well, actually, I'll just walk into the middle of them.
Mm.
Anyway, I'm not gonna try and cherry pick. I'll just Thalos will, as Modar is drawing up, he'll just walk towards the center of them and state simply, with Gavel, with Gavel amongst your number, none of this must come as a surprise. But you know we stopped the hand of Mammon before he was brought into the realm. And you know that Mammon was potentially attempting to stand against, I won't say the name, a superior force. And I just look amongst them to see if they recognize that I'm talking about Aster.
We are quite familiar with his corruption, and we have managed to stop most of Veronica Fairbridge's exports that have made their way here. So why we keep us safe from such ichor.
Well, and I look to Elia.
Hello?
Mm-hmm. I think his mic just got out.
Am I still there? Hello?
Yep.
Hello.
you are.
Oh, okay, sorry. All right. Is Elia? I look specifically at Elia, and I simply say, you know, we are not ones to make deals, but I would suggest something for your. But I would suggest something for your master's consideration. If we take our war where it must inevitably go, do not interfere. We will end things, or things will be ended. But if you force our hand, I let it drop at that.
I do admire all of your boldness, as brash as some of it may be. Though it does have a very useful and well-placed area in this sweet little section of the world. I'm sure my lordship would be more than happy to know that you had beaten back the ever-crawling scum and ichor that is trying to claw its way into this world.
We will do our part to stop this scum that will that strives to coat this world. We may not be successful. Perhaps success will only come with aid from others. I sort of like put that out, as an offer. But we will try. Thank you for your time. No deals, but hopefully, guys, I don't know. Maybe we'll get some people on our side. Well,
This is not a
people,
deal.
but-
This is a treaty.
No,
You
no, no,
can
no,
do
no,
with hostile powers. Yeah.
no, 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 no. I'm not. No, I'm just saying. I'm just sort of putting while you're dealing with the political stuff. I was just letting them know we're going after Haster, so
Yeah.
don't get in our way.
No
Yeah.
deals.
Yeah, no deals. But if they want to come in and be like, oh, we're the ones that took out Haster, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it. I'm just I'm
Bro,
like,
I
all
know-
right, yeah, sure.
I know
But-
Crowgaze is gonna have some shit to help us. We gotta have some time with the sage of the realm. Okay. Was that our business then?
Initially, yes, and then neutrality. I am very ecstatic to hear why you need an army. Or is that another matter we should leave off?
The Hasher thing. We need more force
You
than
just say that out loud, I go crazy.
no.
I go rampant.
Run!
I go ballistic.
Our issue is with the war, the blood war, and further eldritch events being pushed onto the mortal plane. We
The
need,
war beneath.
we need the world to stand with us.
I honestly just wanted to hear you say it.
Look, I'm not from here. I got nothing against devils where I come from. But that's apparently a thing here, and it shouldn't be. That upsets the balance, and I know that my boss would not be happy about that. You may have heard of my lady. I'm pretty sure devils are fairly fond of pain.
I would never question her prowess and skill, nor her judgment ever.
Smart. Well, and I will mage hand the document through the air to dry the ink and pass it around to be reviewed by Storbeth. And who was the other person who's in charge of the people?
Devil.
Devil, who is all their
Angry
names are
divination
overlapping.
wizard.
Ah, oh, perfect. The only cool one. He's got his robe of extra many things.
His robe of endless things.
Oh, that's such a cool title.
Hey Ashton, was there something you needed to get done with Memrick? Like,
Can they summon him here?
Like, no, yeah, no. I thought there was another reason you wanted to speak to Cerulean. Like, doesn't Memrick report up to Cerulean, or was that a completely separate issue?
Yep, Memrick is the general for these guys.
Right.
So I kind of just went, haha, fuck you, Memrick, and went to his boss.
Oh, gotcha.
Do we want to try and set up a meet telepathically?
With Memrick, yeah.
Alrighty. I mean, you've got his boss right there.
Oh yeah, the devil.
Can I cast a spell?
Oh.
Oh!
What you going for? I mean, I'm not gonna stop you.
Oh! I
You may want
might
to run it by the group first.
I glance over.
Queen.
You know, never mind. I don't have to.
What are you What are you doing?
Thinking maybe I could cast a spell really quick, but they might take that as like a hostile act. So maybe I shouldn't.
What's the
Y'all
spell?
seem to be handling negotiations well.
I mean,
What's the
it
spell?
depends entirely on the spell.
Oh, I was gonna do holy weapon, but they might take that.
They might, just a bit.
They
In a
might take
room
that
full of
whole-
devils, I mean, it might not be a great look. I want you to roll an intelligence check on that.
What?
I just
What
want to
is-
know if
I
you
wanna
realize
know-
it might be a bad.
Can you entertain a question for me, Rain?
What?
Why do you want to cast Holy Weapon?
That's a really good question.
Yeah. Yeah, my therapist asked it a lot. So...
I won't deny, it is a great spell. A fucking choice. Like, damn.
It just, I just felt the inclination to imbue my weapon with holy power in dedication to my deity.
I
I would say
Yeah.
don't, because
In the
after
middle
a minute,
of
it just
the
goes off like a
red
hand grenade.
temple.
bro,
I
you
feel
just fucking pulled into a different neighborhood and locked your doors.
It's like I feel like the red temple's calling to me, you know?
Yeah?
And,
Paint it red.
You want to talk about it?
you know, I just thought maybe if my heartbreaker had some, holy little,
Hey,
flicker.
Rain. Hey, Rain,
Okay.
I love you. I will probably try and counterspell you if you do that. Please do not.
Listen, I can hold my tongue. I'm just.
I appreciate that about you.
Thanks.
Did you get up to 18th level? Because your HP is looking a little wimpy there. Mine frowned.
No, I tried to do this earlier and it wasn't working, so I was trying to press the character mancer thing,
Yeah.
but every time I click it, my sheet goes blank.
Hmm.
So I figure I'll try to figure it out another time when it's not acting wonky.
Hmm. Well, 20 suck.
It happens. It's okay, but their new, user interface is kind of cool. Their toolbar.
Try it. Right. Try it one more time.
Try it again.
Try one more time.
Alright, hold on. It blinked. Oh, it's working now. Okay.
I updated your XP.
Welcome
you
to
go.
Character. Shit. Do I have to do these things now? Oh fuck.
The dangers of character myths.
It makes me nervous because it's like, what if I make a, bad decision?
Then you're fucked forever, or until the next day when you can change it.
Yeah,
Right. Oh wait, well, I've never tried to go backsies on the level up. I didn't know you could do that.
On most things, as a cleric, you can repick.
Repick, reprep. Get all your stuff ready.
Why?
Ashton, poke. Do you have a question for
Holy shit, I get level 9.
Eulalia? Yeah.
Yo, stop metagame.
I thought I hadn't gotten my max spells. How exciting.
Yeah, 9th level is fucking dude.
I get astral project. Hold the fuck up.
Yes.
Brain's gonna
I
be
think
tripping balls into the astral sea. Modar, you can't stop her anymore. She's free.
I
Actually, if you had that
I
last
don't want
level-
to.
Hey, lords and ladies of the council, can you set us up a meeting with Memrick, your general?
He's
Maybe you have an empty football field that you're not using.
curious as to why you want to meet with Memrick, but
He's an old friend from my army days.
this wouldn't have to do with his report of someone slaughtering most of his troops in the recent endeavors that's happened.
What? No! That happened? That's awful. Must have really hurt his ego as a general.
Right.
And as a kidnapper of women and children.
I feel like the Rangers are rubbing off on Ashton.
I assume you want this to
Finally.
be peaceful and not a combative spirit.
My intention is to only speak to Memrick.
It will take a little bit of time, but yes, we will get a message out to him if you have a few days, since we must gather new pieces for an army appropriate to the task that you are endeavoring to do. If waiting is within your purview.
How long?
I would give a stretch of 4 days at the most if things are not ready. The army is a different story. It's from Gavel's assessment needed refreshing.
How far are we away from Onsel?
From Onso with your airship by travel, if you went there and back again, it would be like 2 days and a half. Or actually, no. It'd be a little more like 2 days, actually. No.
So, no, sorry, I was just reading what Ray wrote in chat.
There's devils everywhere. Pulls out Holy Open. Whack!
Wait, but this feels like the right time. It's like right, but we're not fighting them.
Not these ones.
Not these ones. Not the. But big monster.
Big monster.
I don't believe.
Oh, this one time, don't smash.
I don't
No,
believe.
I
it.
like-
that. I'll
like
let
that
them
the-
know.
Bitch,
I like that Holy Cleric Rain is showing up. Like,
Right.
it's just we're in a
She
temple
wants
full
to
of
cast
demons.
spells so
Yeah. Now
desperately.
this would be the perfect time
Uh-huh.
to like whip out a little holy light, right?
Easy.
Yeah.
Y'all
Just
telling
but-
me
but-
how I don't spell cast and shit.
no, I'm saying this is good. No,
Deliver on the order.
this is a good instinct you have.
Bryn, if they
Thank you.
attack
At
us, you
this
have
particular
your
time.
first turn figured out.
Yes, absolutely.
You got it. You are right there.
Let's go. Someone piss off somebody.
Ray just
Ashton,
really
demand
wants
that
to
they-
just Ray wants us to wipe out the entire aristocracy and be like, this is our
I'm
house now.
trying to buy us a building. Jesus
I
Christ.
love the idea that we would set up in the church of
As
a
Modius.
major devil and just be like,
Is
this is
that-
fine.
Isn't that a fucking flex though? Come
It
on.
is a flex. It will also get Asmodeus after us. He will probably take that as us draping our nuts on his face. Because that is basically what it is.
Well,
And you know what? When he comes after us, we'll just whoop his ass and then still
You
Yeah.
know
wipe
what?
our nuts
Okay.
across his face.
Damn
Alright.
right.
I
Damn
prepare to cast Chain Lightning.
So I'm going to inform the council that I'm going to return to within the borders of Onsol, and I'll come back within a 2 to 3 day journey.
We will try to make sure Memrick is amiable towards conversation.
Would you
Tell
like
him.
to?
Just make sure he comes by himself.
I was going to say you could tell him to just kidnap my wife again. He seems to be keen on conversation when
My wife's
some
never
innocent
around. That's why I cheated on her. She's always getting kidnapped.
seems to be a
Peach.
keen on conversation when he kidnaps the innocent.
It's a curious situation, but I'm sure one you and him can discuss in, well, due time.
Would you prefer to send? No, would you like to send a negotiator on your behalf?
I would. If it would be permissible.
Somebody hot, somebody hot, somebody hot, somebody hot, somebody hot.
I nominate Storm. I nominate the Sage of the Realm.
Would you want one ambassador or two?
2.
The choice must be yours.
Yes, that's what I was going to say as well.
Ashton's gaze glancing between fucking Deceit and what's her face?
Yeah. Oh. Head priestess or the grand treasurer?
Maybe not the head priestess of his moves. That's just like asking for 9th level divine word in your face.
I would do nothing to you guys.
Irilith, maybe? Like, who's not? Because here's the thing. Like, I mean, who's not going to be part of like their daily work in the city is like necessary for some of these folks, right? Like
I
each
mean,
and every.
then I guess we go for the most obvious, like, one that is going to try shit, and we just keep an eye on them with Callaway Senior. Like,
Oh, you think?
take the senior chairman of information, because he'll be the one that's prepared to make the most informed decisions.
Do you
And
think he's
that
a good
that way,
negotiator?
I would. I mean,
I only
chairman
say
of
that because they
information.
said they would probably, like, the first person we would meet would probably be Deceit, and because I think she's the quote unquote rep, the representative. That's why I was thinking, like
I just imagine the treasurer doesn't travel much because they need to be here.
that's true.
But because this isn't a monetary like exchange, if this was two countries coming together, not in a time of war, I would absolutely agree. But
Yeah.
because this is like, if to use the Game of Thrones example, we want to send Varys and be able to control him as best we can,
True,
rather than
but
let him work here.
as a representative of the throne, you might send the hand.
Absolutely, you'd send the hand.
Yeah.
But the hand is also the scariest one to send.
Yeah, that's also true. But once again, heiress to the 13th house. I don't know what she does.
Ashton should pick.
The real question is, like, who's expendable, right? I mean, from a strategy point, like, who can we send that if things go bad?
I mean, I guess the headman of justice.
No
I mean,
way. He's like the head. He's the headman of justice. That's like sending your DA.
Is he not? Oh, I'm thinking of This is defense. Where's the one who's liaison of defense?
Oh yeah, that's right.
The
There's
Air
the
Genasi, the
yeah.
blue one.
There's like the deputy of defense. Yeah.
Yes, liaison. He would be the one who's sent out literally to liaise. I imagine we should get
But-
him.
we're getting ahead of it.
Sky Valor.
That's actually, I'm sorry, Josh. This is their decision. We're sitting there
No,
trying to
I
decide
mean,
for 'em.
if you guys have a preference, they are more than amiable to have them as ambassadors going with you.
Well, I mean, it's got to be, once again, it's got to be their decision who they're going to send with us, because they're the ones who are going to have to negotiate with Vefton. So I don't know.
So our liaison of defense.
That sounds like one. Yeah.
Another that you would be trusting of, as he gives a coy smile, looking at Ashton, looking at Deceit, probably in brief glances.
Man, I've been looking at Aerolith the entire time. I was looking at her before we even fucking stepped foot in the state.
Wow.
Alright then.
You wanna fucking talk about it?
No, I don't.
Your wedding ring falls off like the One Ring abandoning Gollum.
I'm a degenerate and I got
Twisting in
fetishes,
slow
man.
motion to the ground.
Yeah, clang, clang, and it doesn't bounce.
The heavy metal thud.
Mm-hmm.
Very well then. I would be more than happy to accompany you.
Actually, I
Ready
wanted to
yourself for the
take,
journey. Oh, sorry.
I was also going to suggest taking Cerulean.
I am not at the table. I have my businesses that need attending here, and as the leading head, I am too important to leave the province right now.
It's just a 2-day journey. Work will still be there 2 days later.
My armies were there yesterday.
Were.
Exactly. I think you get the tongue-in-cheek of it.
Make your preparations. We leave in 2 hours.
2 hours? What the fuck are we gonna do?
Very well then.
2 hours.
Just giving Koo some time to look around.
I glance over and skip immediately from first draft to final draft.
Writing out the immediate neutrality. No non-aggression pact and the borders respected. 10 years, like.
And if there's a king, you guys gotta swear this too. But I'm hiding it. Legal jargon.
Roll me a
And I've
deception
got
real
the
quick,
weed
Mark.
guy. Can I get advantage?
Yes, because this
Can
is
I
legal
roll
rules.
something other than deception?
Sell it to me, real quick.
Okay. How about this?
Sleight of hand.
No, I'm not, I have a real one here. Insight. I know devils.
Mhm.
I've literally run cases against them and won. I know how they think. So these are all people who spend their time working with devils, but there are no devils sitting around me. So I know what they're conditioned to look for in contracts, and I could therefore hide it from them better.
I'll roll with it because you always got to read your opponent.
That's a 25.
All right, that's the DC if they were to try and find anything investigation-wise on this contract.
Suck all the butts. You all suck. Have a hit of the sage's shit and don't find it.
There you go, man. Puff on that. Passes you a smoking green pipe. The vapors
Yes.
are very thick.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Puff, baby.
Oh, your voice seems to have changed back to what we thought it was going to be like.
Hell yes. Hell yes.
I will take it and puff it, and Modar's entire face is going to turn green. Oh. Oh. Cool.
That's why I'm the sage.
I pass it to me. The exact same thing happens. It's like in stereo. Me passes it to the headman of justice.
Headman of Justice, you could tell, probably smokes with this man all the time and takes a
Yes.
very heavy drag. Suddenly, Modar is surrounded by green vapors over on the left side. Alright. With that, the papers are signed. Obviously, full agreement of that will be done, as you will be allowed to return back to your airship.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
sir.
Gavel will look briefly to you, Modar, on the
Right.
walk back.
Mm.
When you get to that mirror, there isn't going to be a return.
Oh yeah? How sure are you? We come back from a lot.
There are many, many secrets. Heavily guarded. Someone will have to stay.
I think I understand. Let's deal with that when it comes to it. For now, we have to stop a war, which I guess seems small in comparison. People here are so strange.
Gives you a curt nod. We'll let you take your leave, along with Wolf and Lilith.
I produced the document in triplicate. We both signed one document that I preserve in my tiny chest, which I will summon and put away. Actually, I'm gonna wait to do that until I'm outside because that thing also actually has the fucking rapier in it. So I'm gonna wait till we're back on the ship to do that. But I give them their copy.
Did you ever take Vinka out of there?
Bank of the Secrets.
No, her
secret
head
is
is still in a
she's dead.
locked box in there. Yes, it's separate. They're separate and they cannot connect. That's the benefit of the tiny chest.
Thank goodness.
Fully extra dimensional space. But I do have to summon it at least every 50 days, or it just goes away, which would be very bad. Uh-oh, guys, I lost the yellow rapier in the astral sea. Whoopsie.
Oh no.
Is that the next arc of our story?
No, it is not.
Yeah,
We're
I
gonna
should
go
say.
plane diving, going to different planes now. Like,
Plane jumper.
that'd be kind of cool. I'm just saying.
That was our next campaign idea. Josh wanted to do a sigil-based campaign.
I am mannequin pie walker.
Mannequin.
Pie walker.
Wow, that was something.
Think your brain turned off half? Alright.
Ashton's the actual official representative because he's wearing the colors, right? Of Anso.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So all right, so he signs off on everything.
The ambassador of the current situation. Alright. So
Yeah, I'm
sign
currently ambassador. So I guess there is a John Hancock on there. So
sign off.
Does Ashton know how to write, or does he just like
the
dip his
fuck do you
finger
mean
in the
Ashton know
ink?
how to write? Yeah, of course he knows how to write.
Are you sure? Did you
I'm
check?
just a soldier. I'm just a soldier. I dip my palm in ink and I press it on the paper.
Holy shit. Oh, thank you, Dad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's fucking great.
Is Oatbinder there? The Lord of Commerce.
Yes, he is.
I call him over to Rain and Thalos, and I just tip him off that if he wants to send someone up to Bodega to try the special ale, he may want to get in on that ground floor.
Ooh.
But try it first. See if he thinks it's a seller.
I'll have to make it a special trip then. Just if you have any need for more exotic farm supplies. Always looking for extra trade routes.
Rain, this dude is like their head of commerce, so just FYI. I'm trying to think like Ramus, because I know he'd be trying to press the business. Like,
Oh, well.
Well, have I got a business for you?
No, I don't have any other propositions to put forth to this person, but I'm just gonna keep putting those seeds out there. If this, building ever up for grabs, you should call us first dibs. Just saying.
Perhaps you have an extensive quest we could go on that you would be willing to trade us this building for, like the extinction of one of the outer gods, that your patron could have more power.
Yeah. Wait, repeat that?
we'll make you a bet. If we kill Haster,
No,
we
you say
get
it,
your
everybody
temple.
loses their mind.
No,
Bananas.
I would never. No, I would never say that.
What do you
Nor
mean you
would
would
I
never
ever
say
make
it?
that
You were the
deal.
fuck. I bet you. If I recall correctly, you were the fucking person to say it first.
Me?
Yeah, in front of Ashton.
Oh, those good times.
It might have. Yeah, that was accidental. That was nice.
Has to.
I would never do that, he says, as he has done
Bring
that.
up the name of the.
I would never do that again. How about
I
that?
would never repeat the mistakes of my youth.
To clarify,
Yeah.
was this building owned by Yalea or the person next to Yalea?
Yelena directly. She is essentially the Pope of the Red Cardinal.
Does the
She's
Pope
the
own
Pope?
the Vatican?
In this situation, yes.
You
Oh,
guys
does
are
he,
in
like-
the Vatican.
Does
Does
the,
he,
does the
like-
deed transfer to him?
He's like the Antichrist?
Wait,
No,
no.
Okay.
she's just the head. She's like the head priestess
Yeah.
of the Red Church of this entire cathedral. She is.
As
Oh,
yeah,
She technically has full.
Asmodeus is the Lord of the Nine Hells.
Well,
He is
they-
the
their power and authority covered way more than that. Okay. Never mind. But yeah, if this building's ever up for sale, you know who to call.
It would be the first that I would give, well, lucrative barter to.
Yeah, or if there's something, and she cringes and hesitates because she doesn't want to outrightly offer her services to devil types. But if there's something you need where our, needs align, perhaps we can negotiate further on the building in the future, in good faith.
Always in good faith.
She scoffs, but okay. Right. I just want the whole team to know that Rain's got her heart set on this building.
Duly noted.
her heartbreaker set. Oh.
I just love the idea that Rain's got this huge symbol of Torm just dangling like a rat medallion on her,
I mean, it's
off her
kinda-
neck, and everyone's getting like blinded by it.
It's kind of fitting because the Obsidian Temple with all the red velvet and all that. She's got the flaming sword, emblem of her god.
We all kind of glow, yeah, with our different weird. It's very Star Wars visions, like big palette with a lot of colors coming out of our hand-drawn characters. Very cool.
It's almost like we're color coded to be Power Rangers.
Oh my god! I never thought of that. Wait, what?
That's
What?
impossible.
That's fucking cool.
Do you know how much fucking research I did in the Purple Ranger, hoping I would get a purple, or an amethyst gemstone? I was like,
None
okay,
for
so
you.
there is a Purple Ranger. Okay.
I didn't know that.
None for you.
There's also a Gold Ranger. There's a bunch of Rangers. Bunch of freaking Rangers.
There it is. Dicking
I
around
heard
for those
that
extra
the-
runestones.
Yeah, I
I'm
heard
still
that,
waiting to summon my Megazord, but we'll wait for a big battle for that.
I heard that the Gold Ranger actor was really infamous for bringing a shovel on set and just starting to dig.
What the fuck?
Wasn't the
He's
wasn't
a
it was
gold
it the
digger.
I think it was the Green Ranger that was convicted for
Red.
multiple. Oh yeah, was it the Red Ranger?
Oh no!
It was one of the Red Rangers that's in prison
yeah.
for murder.
Wild
but-
Force. The Wild Force Red Ranger. He committed murders.
What the fuck?
Yep.
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin Power Ranger.
He was not a Mighty Morphin. He was a Wild Force Ranger. Let's be clear. That's
It's
like
no
8
shit.
generations
There's a difference.
removed.
This
There is a difference.
I'm just looking at what Google says. Skylar de Leon.
Oh, my fucking god.
Robbery and murder against the owners of a yacht. Good
Cool.
campaign, everybody. Interesting segue at the end. High fives all around.
Hell yeah,
Thanks
hell
for
yeah.
thanks for running, Josh.
Holy shit.
So we get on the airship and fly.
we fucking leave.
Yep, you're 100%. Let's go to the airship.
These are all conversations our characters just have on the air.
god. By the way, this chapel has 5 floors.
Well, shit, you should have opened with that. I'd be all for slaughtering the entire company.
God damn.
Just holing up in this
Rain, just
murder
cast
house.
Dawn 8 times. I wish that I had the deed for this building in Rain's name in my hand.
Yeah.
God damn.
I'm just saying, I really feel like we would flourish in a great building like that. I just want to say it had beautiful, ornate, like, decor and accents. Rain is pleased. It'll be hers someday, ours someday, whatever.
Oh,
said what you
slip right
wanted to say.
there. Exactly, yeah. Now we know the motivation.
Y'all, if you don't want to go halfsies with me on this, that's cool. I will murder my way through.
Well, go ahead, Zeus.
I'm just
I
kidding.
offered my blade to help you murder.
Thank you, Ashton. I
That-
feel like you understand me.
I shouldn't. It's against my character and so many principles.
I know, but it's okay.
But I want the church too.
The Stockholm is setting in. The Stockholm is setting in.
we can
Unfortunately,
call that
you
the
don't
Ranger
relate to
effect.
those people enough to care about their lives.
Damn.
I know.
Oh, it's definitely akin to like you guys are politicians and I'm the working class type deal.
Oh,
It's the Ranger effect.
it is
Yeah,
true.
we have become greater than people, and thus we no longer care about them as we should. We are unto gods in that way.
And then Ashton was supposed to be like, no, care about these people though. And you
But
guys
it's
were like,
happening to you too.
but our politicians people.
Proving
Yes,
the one
no.
real thing in all realities.
No, not at all.
Power
Power
corrupts.
corrupts.
And ultimate power
Yeah,
corrupts
right.
ultimately.
I mean, was the Emperor wrong? Was he? No, that's terrible.
Somehow, Palpatine
Hashtag the Empire did nothing wrong.
Hashtag Palpatine did nothing wrong.
Terrible.
Now you can divine intervention and ask for the church.
Oh my god, yes, do it.
Oh,
Holy shit.
Mike, I
Just
mean,
my
if you really
pants
want to, go
laughing.
for it.
You just have to roll for it. Do it.
Okay,
Do it, Rain.
The
20th level, the call for intervention is an automatic success. Fuck.
You're
That's
not
too
20th
much
level yet.
away.
Josh,
Yeah.
quick, we need to fight 8 Tarasques.
Oh my
On
God.
it.
Back to back.
They all have flying cast on them.
No, wait! No, wait, the big benefit is we have an airship. No, Josh, no, they don't have a rock thrower attack on their stat block, so they can't make one. No, Josh, why is it picking up 2 buildings at once and throwing them? Stop! That's against the rules.
holy shit, is that a knot? Anyway, so roll your D100.
I'm gonna disconnect you from the call. I'm going to make. Oh my god.
What the fuck is this game?
Give him psychic damage. I'm upset. This is the worst.
Give me psychic healing. I deserve reward for that.
I hate this.
Oh,
Oh, I want to die. I wish I was dead.
holy shit.
Now you're imagining it.
No, I'm not. I'm watching Supernatural.
Says I can use it once every 7 days if it succeeds.
And if it doesn't succeed, you can try every single day. So every day until it works, you can wish for it.
That's right.
Legit, kind of.
I pray every day.
For worldly gain.
Rain is about to become real religious.
Roll me that
So fast.
D100, baby.
Suddenly, you're gonna see Rain praying every single day. Every free moment.
Or stuff.
For stuff. For a building.
For one
My
building in
stuff.
particular.
I want that entire building. You got it.
I'm willing
Got
to
it.
share, like I said, but
I would love the idea that church magically becomes a timeshare, and for half of the year you get it, and for half of the year the Church of Asmodeus gets it. They come back, you added like a couple game rooms, there's like a wine cellar now.
there's like a statue of like my deity in the corner.
It's just in one of the alcoves. You didn't take down their stuff, but it's just in one of the unused alcoves.
You're like, how inconsiderate. It's gonna be like an Airbnb review.
That's so fucking funny.
Anyway, no, I'm willing to share the building, like I said, but you know, if you guys aren't interested, that's okay. I'll just make it my own personal venture.
You're really pushing this "we're not interested" motive, as if you want us to be like, "Yeah, you're right, we're not interested," so that you can claim the building.
Maybe I'm trying to go for reverse psychology. I don't know.
Well, you know what? You double down. I'm with you. I support you, Rain.
Thank you.
100%. I will take 10% of the share.
10% of the profits.
Okay.
A minute 25.
All right. I am willing. We don't need to decide on numbers now.
I would rather get them down on paper right now. Actually.
Of course, Bodar.
Does this before you commit yourself to this? I'm just gonna ask: does this in
The boys
any
agreed.
way violate our pact of non-aggression? I just want to make sure we're not gonna end up undoing all the work we just did.
Actually, I would like to double down that before we even signed any paperwork or mentioned anything, I said I am the only one that abides by the laws.
Word.
Right, but even if we don't abide by the laws, we'd kind of be screwing Anso.
You're not representatives, only I am. That's what I meant. I am the only one that abides by the laws of war. You guys are freelance.
I even mentioned specifically, we're not a part of them. We're a third party that's here to force a stalemate.
We are of no nation. No, kidding.
We are free.
Also, it probably won't even work. There's only slightly less than a 1 in 5 chance that it'll work.
There's an 18% chance.
It's like
Exactly.
a D4.
Exactly. It's like a D4, but you weigh 3 of the sides slightly.
Closer to a D5.
I think you said there was
but
5 floors to the building, so there's plenty of space for everyone. I just want to do that.
Rain, if you do want to do that, you should paste your ability and I think roll a D100.
Yeah.
it's up to you.
If you really are going to do that, which is funny, but I'm not sure.
D&D is meant to follow your dreams.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Is it too late? Because we're already on the airship now.
I mean, you can still do. You can
You
still
can
do it.
pray to
wherever.
God whenever
it's
you
still
want.
the same building.
Right. Okay. Rain is going to go in a spot where there's like no people around. And then she's gonna look around really awkwardly because it's been a while since she's prayed. Right? She's gonna clear her throat a little bit. Look out at the
Paul Gain looks at. What are you doing?
Okay, ducks and covers.
Paul Kate's got PTSD.
She's at it again.
Sorry, Paul Gaze. I didn't
Shits
see you
and
there.
or pisses.
I'm so sorry I didn't see you there. Again, I will head another place. Carry on, Paul Gain. Good job. I'll think of you during the Christmas bonus talks. And
Unless they
then,
kill you in the morning.
guys, I apologize. Anyway, where's there an empty space? We're just gonna go back here and pray to Tempest and go. Tempest, it's been a while. It's me, Rain.
Hey God,
Oh,
it's
that-
me, Rain.
That building we just came from. I don't know if it's in your peripheral. I know it's kind of not really in your radar. It's the devil's thing, but it's got beautiful architectural features that I think would really suit a statue of yours. especially in like the front hall by the entryway,
Fucking
as
bust a
you'd
gun.
like. And
A
I
jacuzzi
would,
tub for me.
and yeah, I would just like the, penthouse wing. Cough, cough. And then I'm gonna roll the what is it, D100?
Yep. You gotta get your level or lower on the D100.
My level or lower?
Yep.
Fuck.
You have
Alright.
so you have to roll an 18 or below.
Shiza. Okay. Okay.
Nat 1. Natty 1. Here it is.
Ready? Ah!
I'd like to give my once per session.
That's
Don't do that.
I would like to give Ashton's character inspiration that he got for his Tarask not joke.
Alrighty, so you definitely give this definitive connection in prayer, reaching out as strongly as you can, trying to help bring this into frame, bring Tempest into the, aristocracy in the province of Belruza.
Okay.
Though you don't feel like it has fully carried out, though it was heard for the time.
Right. So Rain's gonna be like, it's okay, maybe you're busy. I'll knock on your door tomorrow. We're not done having this conversation. Rain's gonna go join peoples again.
Alright. So, as you do have the day of travel ahead of you, obviously to drop off your newly acquired ambassadors, is there anything that anyone is doing before your swift arrival towards Anso for the day?
I'll remake me, and me will remake Hailguard.
Where do we abandon Artorias?
He's here. He's just on the lower level of the ship,
Yeah.
cleaning up the blood from where Ku was beating the prisoners.
Wonderful.
He
Okay.
wasn't even beating them, he was feeding them moldy bread.
Force feeding
Ew.
horrifically.
If it's moldy enough, you trip on it.
I hate you. I hate that my life is tied to you, little gremlin.
Just make sure our guests are comfortable. And I think that's about it. Get them back to Veftin. Continue on our quest.
Alright.
Is Irilith responsive? Does she seem upset to be traveling with us, or is she willing to talk?
She's not upset at all. She's actually quite amused that she was asked of all people who, to come along, but especially on special request.
Guys,
In
I
that
was just
case-
bullshitting. I didn't even think she'd actually show up.
Well, Talos will probably end up speaking with her in Undercommon, just trying to find out if she knows anything about Dorian Seville or his visits to the Underdark, but that's just, a side conversation for another time.
His ventures were always a curious thought, as he dealt with many of the houses.
And they were willing to deal with a surface dweller? Let alone a human?
He brought a lot of good proposition. More or less, people thought he was trading down below.
And what exactly did he trade?
Knowledge, people, escorts to those who sought way into forbidden caverns. I know quite a few of the other drow houses and matrons that might be able to guide you. Of course, you have to bribe your way.
Money would not be an issue.
It could be money, it could be a favor.
I would need to know the ways that Dorian Sibir travels into the Underdark.
It definitely would be a few matrons who could probably help you with that knowledge, though I think you might need to rely on your blue friend if you intend to keep track with him.
That will not be an issue. All of this, by the way, I'm porting to Modar regardless. I'm also porting it to Rain, just as a reminder that the last time we saw her brother, he was traveling with Dorian in the Underdark as well, which is why I'm asking in the first place.
We don't have. Well, we can't go just yet because we have to come back.
No, definitely not.
Yeah.
But if we can figure out the routes that Dorian
Yeah.
tends to take, let alone who helps him, that might get us a step closer. Anyway,
Let me see what divination magic I have. I mean, I could cast a scry upon him if we need to track him, and I could begin doing that.
not yet. We've still got too much to do on the surface.
Okay.
I just wanted to, I just wanted to test the waters and see how well Dorian Seville is known. And apparently, first Drow I asked. Huh.
Good.
Okay. Well, other than that, I'll just keep the conversation friendly, and we'll talk more when we get to Onso. That's pretty much it for Talos.
Right. Oh. Both keeps to himself mostly, just admiring the ship and a few comments here and there of how to tie knots off a little more properly on the ship and more. Even Bithden is fairly surprised as you arrive with two ambassadors from what was, well, still at the moment currently enemy nation.
Yeah.
What a day's work.
Make ourselves known. Be like, hey, what's going on?
Somebody pull the fireworks lever that sprays dead-ass rangers out of the bottom of the ship.
It's a new sign that Modar and me had pasted on with
The fabricate, yeah. It's fucking expensive. It's actually like 200 gold every time we fire it, but totally worth it.
So, with a curious procession, Bethany will welcome you back, especially on such short notice. I welcome you, surprisingly. Was not expecting new company. As he kind of looks at those who are accompanying with you, not sure who they are.
I will introduce them In the interest of diplomacy being a two-way street, we as the third party are facilitating a meeting to discuss this treaty that we've drawn up. I will slide his copy over to him.
This is Vought Skyvalor, Liaison of Defense, and Irilith of the 13th House of the ruling council of Bleruso.
Pleasure is to host you then. Beth then Magister Alonso. I am surprised at the situation. I'll have some of my trusted advisors look this over. As he kind of passes that off for the moment. Welcome to my home. I would assume that you have time to eat and assess the situation, or are you on still pressing matters after what you had sent me a message earlier? Sally's kind of hinting at the fact that you took over a border outpost.
We can stay and eat. Your forces have secured the border accordingly. And we have much to discuss.
And please come in. And to both of you, I look forward to discussing a much more reasonable peace between us. As he kind of looks a little bit concerned, but also still kind of keeping eyes on the both of them himself. You can see a number of guard keeping watch over Volth and Arilth. Not entirely trusting of them just yet.
I'll mediate the discussion and go over the treaty that we've drawn up and outlined.
And we'll assign Nira and Dia to keep an eye on Irilith. And Shakadash and I guess when the new Hellguard's ready, to keep an eye on Both.
Very well. With all the proceedings happening very swiftly, obviously Veth is more than happy to work with Voth on the withdrawal of troops in certain areas, as well as speaking with Irilith and trying to assess what would be a more respectable term of agreement between what's been emplaced in a treaty and have her more of the ambassador, as obviously Voth will be, receding his army from the border one, so. With that current circumstance at night, as dinner does proceed, Voth will actually speak up. It's easy to assume that the reputation that I had already and hope to hire one day exceeds far beyond what I was given in reports. You're all much stronger and capable than I ever thought. It's a shame I wasn't able to hire you. Of course, this is just Voth speaking generally to the party.
Are you implying you had the intention of hiring us as mercenaries for your war effort?
Well, I mean, aside from you, who seems to be more recent, at least from the reports that I heard, the bar that is owned by the Deadass Rangers. Quite a reputation. Some seeing the situation at hand that had happened at one of the temples guarded by Semendo's armies. A large chunk of Shishapanikians who have, well, were duly sent elsewhere. One of their head generals disappearing as they had a lead onto such a runestone that is now in your possession. Of course, I didn't really believe most of it. It seemed a little too flashy, but I see I've been proven wrong as it far exceeds much of the lower expectations I had.
Whatever your expectations, know that we are no mercenaries. What we have committed ourselves to is above mere coin.
It's definitely honorable. I say shame for my sake, but good on your fortune. Still curious as why you want to meet with Memory. As he kind of sips a little bit of wine, looking at the rest of you. Quite the temperament on that, General. Doesn't seem to exactly line up with your goals. You can tell he's trying to feel out the situation amongst you, then fill in the gaps that he's missing.
As I've said, simply an old friend from my military days.
It's our competition, maybe?
If that's what your noble eyes wish to observe.
More or less curiosity. I don't get the same information, but it does make a bit of fun to try and piece things together that I've gathered myself.
Why are you so concerned?
Would I not be? You seem rather chummy with quite a few giant characters.
Do you believe your character's in question?
Just curious. If you'd be working under them or beside them. Heard about the even earlier start with one giant that now looks over the tavern of the Deadass Rangers, keeping it safe.
We have many friends.
Indeed you do.
Tell me, Vath, why did you not send Karl-Heinz in your place?
Curious of growing myths. Yeah. Admiration of some things you carry with you.
I see.
It's not very often that I get to go into the enemy city. Quite a magnificent place around here.
I hope you are taking note. Everything that you see is what you are meant to see. Nevertheless, Grand Magister Veftin has been very kind in opening his home to you. Please do not take advantage of that.
I would never be so crass. Tips towards Vethden. Respect. Just curious to see what happened to... Seemed a little more brutish at the start. Thanks for some of the tales that I heard of your group. There is only one curiosity I do to ask. What happened at the Temple of the Mountain? That place has been irreversibly changed. 2-mile wide spread of wild magics. Storm has been raging there non-stop.
The effect you speak of is simply the evil that they were seeking to unleash was turned back against them. That was the result.
I will be sure to stay on your good side. Especially if that's what you wish.
We all receive our fair recompense. You and I.
Glad I keep what I do to a minimum.
So did we. I give him a smile after he mentioned the 2-mile wide destruction.
Little bit of an eyebrow raise, but still a smirk in your direction, just kind of nods. Little tete-a-tete there of shoulder checking each other's power.
One of them accidentally hits too hard, and the other one just straight up dies because that's how much damage they do.
Just vaporized.
I quickly grab all the XP.
No. It's just Minecraft characters sucking it.
Yeah, I'm looking for about 13,000 XP for the session.
Look what's in this guy's back pocket.
If it's in this guy's back pocket, it's actually now in Ku's possession.
It left his back pocket the moment he entered the ship.
Oh, we could kill Ku and get a lot of XP.
It's true,
No.
but then Modar
No.
drops down.
Which means we get double XP.
So
If-
yeah, then you could take my XP and divide it amongst yourselves, which should get you all the way to 20th.
And then Modar goes into his clone.
That's
No, it's not. It's not done yet.
It's not done. Comes out as a fetus. Oh!
A blue fetus.
Oh,
Okay.
what was the dude? Robot from fucking Invincible? Modar comes out like that.
Yeah.
'Cause it's too early.
It's me! Wait, why do you look like a little Ramus before he went full tiger?
Oh, no.
Don't worry about it. I thought you would think I was hot. So I made a child version of somebody that you liked. Hi, Nira. It's me, Modar.
What the fuck?
That plotline was so fucking weird.
It really was. It really fucking was. I thought he did it just so he could have a fucking body, but then it's like, I did it to date people. I'm like, that's not right.
I mean, why else you want a body, you know?
But with that, obviously, the rest of the night will finish out as matters are being discussed, pushed forward for the shared accoutrement of what you require army-wise and more. Vethden, obviously, we'll speak with you on more private terms on the factor of once these situations are fully handled and everyone pulls back, you will be able to support you with more troops.
Excellent.
Grand Magister.
Yes.
I have given you my word, and I have fulfilled that word. I think perhaps it's time that you do the same.
I think it is. I'll need you to accompany me to a more secure location. And we'll leave
Ash.
there.
Oh. Oh.
So, push through the noble situation. Vethden will be giving a proper reward to Ash.
In private. Go, Ashton.
Oh! But we will see what that is next time. Now that the nobility situation is handled, Memrick will be met with come the next time as well. And we'll see the reward given to Ashton. Everyone gets 2,000 XP.
Wait.
Da.
There should have been a. I think you misspoke. It should have been 13,000 XP.
No, it's 2,000 XP. I want it so bad. I want to be level 19.
Gimme. And then I'm gonna draw from the deck of many things and also go up to level 20 before the party in this game too. That is not what I have. My new total is this much.
Look at that.
Should be motor.
Because your total XP does not even reach 18th level.
Look
Which
at
is where
that.
we are.
I'm on par with Rain when it comes to XP.
Ruh-roh.
He's dying.
You want to talk
Hear
about
his
it?
voice. You want to go to sleep, buddy?
I was about to say I'm going to bed. Thank you very much for running, Josh.
Yeah,
This is
was
fucking
I'm
good.
forcing this so we can get to the action again.
No, you're fine. We like my edible started to hit right
I think-
after we left fucking Belaruso.
I was just tired from the get-go.
That's fair.
Thank you for running. It is not because of the way you run or you as a DM. I
No,
genuinely enjoy every single moment, and I look forward to this game amongst many games.
Absolutely
I
fair.
look forward to hitting 20th level and this being the first official campaign from 1st to 20th level.
Oh my god, we're gonna TPK at the fucking
I can't
level
wait.
19
I
encounter.
can't wait.
We're
It's
gonna
gonna be
level
so good.
19. We're gonna
It's
be
gonna be
level
so
19
good.
in TPK.
If TPK
And everybody that had the foresight to have a clone will be able to come back for a triumphant victory.
What if the ship gets destroyed?
No, look, guys, I'm gonna tell you Josh's final plot. We get all of the armies of the world. We go and we fight the Yellow King. We weaken him, but in the last moment, he's able to overcome us. We awaken, and a weakened Vethin opens up the arcane vault that was sealed many, many years ago. We used those weapons, and in a last-ditch effort, sacrifice our second lives to kill Haster. And then it is up to the heroes of the New World, with all of the runestones destroyed, to find their way.
Ooh. Or someone accidentally says Haster and we all kill each other before we even get to the other.
We all spawn and somebody goes, fuck, Haster, and we're all in new bodies, so we have to do it again. We all beat each other to death in this naked clothes, climbing out of the tub, Rick and Morty style. Oh, Jesus, I'm going to bed. Y'all sleep well. Thank you, Josh.
See you
See you guys next week or this weekend or whenever.
Good night.
Later, peace.
Oh my god.